I'm glad for second chances. So procrastination and indecision can really cause problems. Um, this is the second video I'm making. I just made one video. It was 8 minutes. Can make this shorter. I've been looking at psilocybin theory stuff. I've been thinking about it for a year and a half since I started reading a lot of stuff about the potentials. But so it's something I've thought about, but something I would never try because I've never done anything like that at all. I've never even had a sip of coffee. First time I had tried a drink of alcohol, it was in my 30s. I almost never drink still because I don't want to. Yeah, but it's something I thought about. And last spring I saw a video about a particular one from someone who went to it, like a content creator that I follow. And it looked promising. And I looked at it, and I actually could have I could have applied to go to one that was in the spring, but that was just 2 weeks away. I was just like, no. They had one in September, but I procrastinating. I finally started to look into it at the end of July, but September was gone by that point. But there was one spot left in November, and then the next one's next March. So I scheduled a call to talk with them to get a little information, just because I wanted more. Didn't really need it, but it was at the first week of August. Talked with them for half an hour, got some information. They forwarded me another interview with the same content provider where we got to hear more stuff from her too. In August, I've had a couple ups and downs. That's kind of why I disappeared. I had some pretty bad ups, some pretty bad downs where but I did keep wanting to make videos here, and I had even made one at one point. I didn't finish it though. But beside the point, the whole time since then, I've been thinking about applying, going, I should make up my mind. I shouldn't decide by not deciding. And being fully aware that every day that I let go by is a day that someone else might take that one last spot for November. And my disability payments are ending in December, and then I'm living on my savings if I don't get a job soon, but I'm still having these ups and downs. So one of my concerns is the cost. But if it wasn't for the cost or the fact that I have to go to Europe because the United States is dumb in that respect, making it so you can't even try these therapies here, I would go to it because even though I'm scared, concerned about what to expect because I have no clue, this is way outside of anything I would have considered in the past. It's only because of all the research that I've seen that I'm willing to consider it. But if it wasn't for the cost and the distance, I'll be like, yes, this is worth a try because there's still something inside that won't let go, and that potential perspective shift that can potentially come with that type of therapy. I don't know if that might find something in me that I can help leverage. I mean, it's not a magic bullet or anything like that, but you never know if there's something that just might be just enough that might help you in some things, and that much more. And I haven't tried everything. But I knew that I was risking losing that one spot, and even thought, it's like, well, what if I procrastinate so long that by the time I do it, someone would have just barely gotten it just before me. I finally pushed myself last Sunday. It's Sunday now, so a week ago, to write to them and say, hey, is it still available? I've been checking on the website, and it still said. Monday morning I woke up, there was an email, and she replied to some other stuff in the email. Then she said, actually, just yesterday, same day I sent the email, someone else applied for that spot. So I responded, and I told her, I just got, I laughed. I was like, I only have myself to blame. I totally called it. I absolutely called it. I didn't only call the fact that it was a risk. I called the fact that someone else applied just before I responded. But she said that, hey, they still have to go through the process and see what's happening. So they'll give me an update. Yesterday, I got an email from her, and I knew that was going to be her response saying what was up. And I opened it up, and she said that the other person decided that they'd rather go with March. So November's still free. The moment I read that, my heart started pounding. I mean, in fact, I didn't even notice it at first, but then I was like, wait a minute, is my heart pounding? And I'm like, oh yeah, my heart's racing. So I was like, I'm nervous, but nervous because I know that, okay, now the ball's back in my court. I got lucky. I didn't blow my chance. I got a second chance, and now I have to make a decision. I already knew the decision that I want to make because I just don't know if it's, I mean, if it doesn't help, then that's just money out the door. But I don't know for sure, but I know the potential is there. But don't let try to remind yourselves of that. Like, I knew that the risk I was taking when I was procrastinating. I knew it. But try to keep that in mind yourselves, because you're not too often you get second chances like this. Right now I'm in the middle of applying for it. I've already spent 3.5 to 4 hours writing stuff. In fact, I put a whole bunch of stuff in one field and one answer, and then the next page I saw that they were asking more things where I could have split it up. I'm like, oops. But just taking a quick break from that. So I'm not going to let this second chance go, even though it's a risk that I'm taking, but there's potential. So I got to try it. I got to try. Anyway, I might make more about this later, but see ya.